MrASMR. Hello YouTube, this is Delia, and in this audio bite I have for you, I'm just going to be doing some love quotes. This was a request from MrASMR, based on my inspirational quotes audio bite. So I hope you enjoy these, and I hope that you find them soothing and calming and relaxing. So I hope you enjoy. Immature love says, I love you because I need you. Mature love says, I need you because I love you. Eric Fromm. Let us always meet each other with a smile, for the smile is the beginning of love. Mother Teresa. Love is friendship that has caught fire. It is quiet understanding, mutual confidence, sharing and forgiving. It is loyalty through the good and bad times. It settles for less than perfection and makes allowances for human weaknesses. Anne Landers. The best thing to hold on to in life is each other. Audrey Hepburn. A gentle heart is tied with an easy thread. George Herbert. The sweetest of all sounds is that of the voice of the woman we love. Jean de la Bruyere. Sometimes the heart sees what is invisible to the eye. H. Jackson Brown, Jr. Keep love in your heart. A life without it is like a sunless garden when the flowers are dead. Oscar Wilde. Where there is love, there is life. Mahatma Gandhi. A kiss is a lovely trick designed by nature to stop speech when words become superfluous. Ingrid Bergman. Love is when the other person's happiness is more important than your own. H. Jackson Brown, Jr. A flower cannot blossom without sunshine, and man cannot live without love. Max Muller. Friends can help each other. A true friend is someone who lets you have total freedom to be yourself, and especially to feel, or not feel. Whatever you happen to be feeling at the moment is fine with them. That's what real love amounts to. Letting a person be what he really is. Jim Morrison. Being loved deeply by someone gives you strength, while loving someone deeply gives you courage. Lao Tzu. Love is composed of a single soul inhabiting two bodies. Aristotle. I believe that imagination is stronger than knowledge, that myth is more potent than history, that dreams are more powerful than facts, that hope always triumphs over experience, that laughter is the only cure for grief, and I believe that love is stronger than death. Robert Fulghum. Love doesn't make the world go round. Love is what makes the ride worthwhile. Franklin P. Jones. I have decided to stick with love. Hate is too great a burden to bear. Martin Luther King, Jr. We love life, not because we're used to living, but we are used to loving. Friedrich Nietzsche. We're born alone, we live alone, we die alone. Only through our love and friendship can we create the illusion for the moment that we're not alone. Orson Welles. The first duty of love is to listen. Paul Tillich. Love is a force more formidable than any other. It is invisible. It cannot be seen or measured, yet it is powerful enough to transform you in a moment, and offer you more joy than any material possession could. Barbara DeAngelis. We loved with a love that was more than love. Edgar Allan Poe. A woman knows the face of the man she loves, as a sailor knows the open sea. Honore de Balzac. All my life my heart has yearned for a thing I cannot name. Andre Breton. There is no remedy for love but to love more. Henry David Thoreau. Love is when he gives you a piece of your soul that you never knew was missing. Torquato Tasso. There can be no deep disappointment where there is not deep love. Martin Luther King, Jr. Love has no age, no limit, and no death. John Galsworthy. A man is already halfway in love with any woman who listens to him. Brendan Vaughan. Time is too slow for those who wait, too swift for those who fear, too long for those who grieve, too short for those who rejoice. But for those who love, time is eternity. Henry Van Dyke. Love is a game that two can play and both win. Eva Gabor. True love is internal, infinite, and always like itself. It is equal and pure, without violent demonstrations. It is seen with white hairs and is always young in the heart. Honore de Balzac. Love takes up where knowledge leaves off. Thomas Aquinas. The degree of loving is measured by the degree of giving. Edwin Lewis Cole. As soon go kindle fire with snow, as seek to quench the fire of love with words. William Shakespeare. Love is that condition in which the happiness of another person is essential to your own. Jealousy is a disease. Love is a healthy condition. The immature mind often mistakes one for the other, or assumes that the greater the love, the greater the jealousy. Robert A. Heinlein. Stolen kisses are always sweetest. Leigh Hunt. Love isn't something you find. Love is something that finds you. Loretta Young. You can search throughout the entire universe for someone who's more deserving of your love and affection than you are yourself, and that person is not to be found anywhere. You yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserve your love and affection. Buddha. I love that feeling of being in love. The effect of having butterflies when you wake up in the morning. That is special. Jennifer Aniston. Whatever our souls are made of, his and mine are the same. Emily Bronte. To good and true love, fear is forever affixed. Love is like a beautiful flower which I may not touch, but whose fragrance makes the garden a place of delight just the same. Helen Keller. Affection is responsible for 9/10 of whatever solid and durable happiness there is in our lives. Love yourself first, and everything else falls into line. You really have to love yourself to get anything done in this world. Lucille Ball. Love takes off masks that we would fear we cannot live without, and know we cannot live within. James A. Baldwin. Love is like a friendship caught on fire. In the beginning a flame, very pretty, often hot and fierce, but still only light and flickering. As love grows older, our hearts mature, and our love becomes as coals, deep burning and unquenchable. Bruce Lee. If you do not love me, I shall not be loved. If I do not love you, I shall not love. Samuel Beckett. Love knows not distance, it hath no continent, its eyes are for the stars. Gilbert Parker. I have found the paradox that if you love until it hurts, there can be no more hurt, only more love. Mother Teresa. We can only learn to love by loving. Iris Murdoch. Love is an emotion experienced by the many and enjoyed by the few. George Nathan. There is a woman at the beginning of all great things. Alphonse de Lamartine. Love and compassion are necessities, not luxuries. Without them, humanity cannot survive. The Dalai Lama. Love is but the discovery of ourselves and others, and the delight in the recognition. The most powerful weapon on earth is the human soul on fire. Ferdinand Foch. We waste time looking for the perfect lover, instead of creating the perfect love. Tom Robbins. Man must evolve for all human conflict a method which rejects revenge, aggression, and retaliation. The foundation of such a method is love. Spread love wherever you go. Let no one ever come to you without leaving happier. Mother Teresa. The more one judges, the less one loves. Honore de Balzac. Love makes your soul crawl out from its hiding place. Zora Neale Hurston. If you can learn to love yourself and all the flaws, you can love other people so much better, and that makes you so happy. Kristen Chenoweth. You learn to speak by speaking, to study by studying, to run by running, to work by working. In just the same way you learn to love by loving. Anatole France. Bitterness imprisons life. Love releases it. Harry Emerson Fosdick. Love is the only sane and satisfactory answer to the problem of human existence. Eric Fromm. Once the realization is accepted that even between the closest human beings, infinite distances continue, a wonderful living side by side can grow if they succeed in loving the distance between them, which makes it possible for each to see the other whole against the sky. Rainer Maria Rilke. Love cures people, both the ones who give it and the ones who receive it. Carl A. Menninger. A loving heart is the beginning of all knowledge. Thomas Carlyle. The art of love is largely the art of persistence. Albert Ellis. Love is the triumph of imagination over intelligence. H. L. Mencken. Love is blind. Geoffrey Chaucer. I am happier when I love than when I am loved. I adore my husband, my son, my grandchildren, my mother, my dog, and frankly, I don't know if they even like me. But who cares? Loving them is my joy. Isabel Allende. Gravitation is not responsible for people falling in love. Albert Einstein. Love is the joy of the good. the wonder of the wise, the amazement of the gods. Plato. When we are in love, we seem to ourselves quite different from what we were before. Blaise Pascal. Love is the crowning grace of humanity, the holiest right of the soul, the golden link which binds us to duty and truth, the redeeming principle that chiefly reconciles the heart to life and is prophetic of eternal good. Petrarch. Love is an energy which exists of itself. It is its own value. Thornton Wilder. Love is always bestowed as a gift, freely, willingly, and without expectation. We don't love to be loved. We love to love. Leo Buscaglia. Though lovers be lost, love shall not. Dylan Thomas. With our love we could save the world. George Harrison. The course of true love never did run smooth. William Shakespeare. The greatest happiness of life is the conviction that we are loved, loved for ourselves, or rather, loved in spite of ourselves. Victor Hugo. In the flush of love's light we dare be brave, and suddenly we see that love costs all we are and will ever be, yet it is only love which sets us free. Maya Angelou. Only do what your heart tells you. Princess Diana. Love. It surrounds every being and extends slowly to embrace all that shall be. Khalil Gibran. We can't command our love, but we can our actions. Arthur Conan Doyle. Love is the greatest gift that God has given us. It's free. Taraji P. Henson. What we have once enjoyed we can never lose. All that we love deeply becomes a part of us. Helen Keller. Love is a smoke made with the fume of sighs. William Shakespeare. I was about half in love with her by the time we sat down. That's the thing about girls. Every time they do something pretty, you fall half in love with them, and then you never know where the hell you are. J.D. Salinger. In our life there is a single color, as on an artist's palette, which provides the meaning of life and art. It is the color of love. Those who have never known the deep intimacy and the intense companionship of mutual love have missed the best thing that life has to give. Bertrand Russell. Love is the magician that pulls man out of his own hat. Ben Hecht. Love many things, for therein lies the true strength, and whosoever loves much performs much, and can accomplish much, and what is done in love is done well. Vincent van Gogh. For small creatures such as we, the vastness is bearable only through love. Carl Sagan. Love is an irresistible desire to be irresistibly desired. Robert Frost. At the center of nonviolence stands the principle of love. Martin Luther King Jr. I don't know that love changes. People change. Circumstances change. Nicholas Sparks. I was born with an enormous need for affection, and a terrible need to give it. Audrey Hepburn. Faith makes all things possible. Love makes all things easy. Dwight L. Moody. Come, live in my heart, and pay no rent. Samuel Lover. The richest love is that which submits to the arbitration of time. Lawrence Durrell. You will find as you look back upon your life that the moments when you have truly lived are the moments when you have done things in the spirit of love. Henry Drummond. 'Tis better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all. Alfred Lord Tennyson. Love is the only reality, and is not a mere sentiment. It is the ultimate truth that lies at the heart of creation. Rabindranath Tagore. I hope that you've enjoyed these love quotes. I got them from brainyquote.com. If you're interested in finding more, there are quite a few. I hope that they have helped you fall asleep, or I hope that they've helped inspire you. And if you would like to leave a comment or leave a request, I'd be more than happy to respond. So